Hey folks, this is a work in progress, and I'd like to welcome you back to the 8th episode of this series. So, I honestly don't remember anything I did last episode, so that's actually kind of interesting from my perspective, and I think it's going to come back to me as I go through, because it's been about maybe a week since I've recorded, and that's obviously just because I started my job back up. So it's finding a balance there. And it's actually going to be nice to run into where I left off and kind of rebuild what I was trying to do. I remember we killed Ekthir, and I think we're finally putting those plans in motion to actually get a base going, stockpiling all those things I've been bringing up before. See, the engines rev, especially when you kind of get back into something and we shake off the rust, and it's like, oh, this is exactly what I was doing. I'm like, oh, my memory's now kind of being picked up, and boom, I'm good to go. So, yes, I just built this really crappy hut, and I wanted to set up for these 4 copper veins. But for now, I just want to kind of get some upgrades going because I have I can I could literally build everything in this, which I've never seen before. So I want to make sure I'm good to go. Knife's been doing work for me. I have 3 random torches. That's pretty good. Um, Let me grab my. Hold on, wait. Yeah, so I'm having to upgrade this guy up. Boom to level 2. We finally got some weather armor going. Let's grab the pants and tunic. I guess it's arguable to make the head first, but I guess with leather armor it doesn't really matter. Because the good thing about weather is you're not really slowed by it. Which we're going to balance out too. Okay, let me get my bearings straight. It's a good way to think about it. I might even want to expand this guy out. We can reset a little bit, and I can get a house going. Oh, one thing I wanted right away, now I'm kind of remembering, is grabbing a hoe. Some even terrain going. This is just gonna be an outpost. This is gonna be nothing. I need to think of scale. And I think honestly that's what a lot of us should do, is we should understand the scale we're working at right now. And since I don't really have that much, I'm fine building small. Let me get that back up. I just want to get a floor down. I give the houses a little respect. Um, this was definitely not my best creation, so I'm gonna kind of work on it a little bit. Get a little cleaner. Um, yeah, this looks good. See, yeah, I just want to straighten these out for those asking why I decided to destroy something. I was building this completely in the dark, if I remember, so not a lot of effort went into it, to be honest. I want to give it a little, just a little touch up here and there. Doesn't have to be the most extravagant. I might make it just a tad builder, bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna give this some respect. Hold on, let me see. I can do this pretty quick too. So let me see if I can speed build, get my muscle memory kind of pumped in a little bit. Um, yeah, that's pretty good for space. Let me knock this guy out. Boom, boom. Let's get just a 4x4 going here. It's definitely the case that I take a very mathematical approach to. Oh, I'm already out of wood. Oh, it's tough. Yeah, this is why stockpiling is going to be good. But I take a very mathematical approach to a game like this, just because it's better to plan ahead. Oh, and oh damn, I'm gonna need some rested buff going. Let me actually get that going too. Just want to get a little bit more wood. But as I was saying, a lot of future planning and actually blueprinting is actually so vital to make something like kind of aesthetically and functionally um, functionally, or just have it be functional. Let me just kind of make a little crappy campfire right here. Oh, I don't have stone. Tough, dude. Oh boy, this is gonna be a rough one, but I'm actually okay with it. So I'm not gonna stress how much progress we're gonna make in each episode. I'm kind of just vibing, and That's honestly the approach I should just take. Is not worrying about the outcome. Just kind of just vibe with what's going on now. Let me see if I can sneak it a bit. I guess I get more walls going. Oh, actually, ooh. I had it for like 2 seconds. Wait, why is this on the line? Oh, because this was probably screwed up. Wow, what the? Hold on. There we go. Boom. Let's get another wall right here. Just make this a little cozier. A little music going, if you know what I'm saying. Eh? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a little cheese, but rested buff is so vital in this game. I could take a nice sip of coffee. Oh, and I lost it because of that stupid. Oh, and I'm out of wood. Okay. I'll grab that in a second. Let me just get another little chunk of wood and actually give it justice. That's what I get for taking shortcuts, to be honest. Not giving the place the respect it deserves, honestly. And I suppose for this episode, oh, I should also eat. What am I? God, I am rusty as hell, apparently. Um, um, I think for this episode, we're gonna be really more focused on the gameplay because I do want to make some progress with that. Though I'm fascinated by some of the thoughts and conversations that we can have here. Um, it's definitely vital to kind of keep us moving in the gameplay elements. Especially because I want this character to mean something and not just be the third hardcore character I have. And that's about it. So I want to give it some time to kind of or put some love and care into this character a little bit more. Um, so this is just going to be my little outpost for now. I might expand it later, but it doesn't have to be anything too spectacular. I want to even this out a little bit, get a 4x4 going. I actually like odd numbers much more than I like even numbers, but I already kind of set up this 2 thing. Actually, you know what? I'll go odd and even. I'll take a 4x5. Give me 1 second, so we're gonna be tangling with some boys while this whole thing goes on. All right, let's see if I can speed build a little bit. That was the plan before. And I'm also like, if you notice, the wood is all traveling in the same direction. I'm very kind of very picky about that. It's just like these small things that what's it called? Um, kind of I want to manage in the game. Like if you look at the piece of wood, it's simply just it's a line in one direction, so you can flip it either vertical, or I guess you can't really see it because or I guess it's brighter on the screen recording, but I should just give it some light before I go into a little detail. And I'm kind of bullshitting this, but I want to kind of explore the building system, and it's such a core part of the game, obviously. I want to explore it from just a basic point of view, or a novice point of view. But simply, these are a linear path, so it's just a line that you could set either vertically or horizontally, obviously depending on your position. But so it's obviously the difference between parallel and perpendicular. So this would be perpendicular, this would be parallel. I've seen a bunch of people do like this cross section. Well, they'll do, okay, I think it's a waste of time too, but like one, let's say horizontal, one vertical, from this perspective. I'm kind of just pretty boring, and I'm okay. Efficiency, like boom, I can get that guy down. Boom, boom, boom. Let's mine this guy out a little bit. Boom, and let me even that out a little bit more too. Let's get the hoe going. Hoe is a miracle tool in this game. I just big fan, big fan. Let me grab this guy out of here. But I'm not too worried about being completely perfect. And that's the thing I have to remind myself, is that I haven't gotten rested buff yet, but you know, screw it, dude. Like, we're making this a little hot. We're happy about it. So this is a 4x5. There's a center. Oh no, there's not a center. Yeah, because it's okay. Um, maybe I make it 4 by. I'm trying to kind of visualize this for a second. And I might want to sketch pad some of this stuff too, because that it's very interesting to get kind of deep into this. But I want to see how I can straighten or kind of um, build an ideal like little outpost here. I guess I shouldn't be worried about it too much. Let me just kind of get going. Um, let me. Okay, I'm gonna actually knock this out. This is gonna be my little fire pit, even though I kind of want it towards the center, so I have to kind of think about that. Thing is with this workbench, it's actually fine being here, so maybe I'll just do an uneven. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll do a corner fire pit, something like this. Let me grab my wood back. I only have 2 wood. Let me go farm. But yeah, I definitely don't proclaim to be anything like I claim no authority in this game whatsoever. Is a good way of putting it. Um, I have a lot to learn. I've beaten the game once, so I have some context. But there's definitely things I could be doing better in gameplay. So I'm not gonna be too stressed about it though, honestly. And the cascading effect of trees is just, oh god. When you said it right, it just feels good. And that's something I think a lot of games should strive for, is that you build a system that can easily be, let's say, efficient or a system that could be optimized. Because you might notice I'm swinging on 2 trees at once. It's actually very interesting how the calculation works, and I did this just without really looking it up, just intuitively. If I swing at this tree, it does 15. If I swing at both these trees, that was oh, I guess I only hit the 14. Let me see if I hit these both. If I hit 10 and 10, the damage is reduced, but yet it's obviously multiplied by 2. If I weigh the way I think about it, it's maybe a 20% reduction per hit, probably maybe more or less depending, and then obviously it's spread onto 2 things, so it seems better to be like AoE cleaving this than hitting all 3. Like I might be hitting smaller numbers, but if I actually sum them up, it'd be better than hitting 1. And that's something the player just picks up right away in the system. It's like, oh, I can actually be hitting 2 and doing a simple calculation, notice that I'm doing more. And that's a whole chunk of wood that I'm just going to set up right now. Let me check my time. Oh, 13 minutes. We got a lot of progress to do. That's actually pretty hype. Get a little situated here. This is going to be nothing special, but I want to still kind of give it a little respect. This is just going to be a little storage hut for me for now. I might do something with it later, but I don't think it's kind of necessary at this point. And kind of just blowing through wood just because we have so much even on the ground too. And a lot of what I'm trying to do from gameplay elements in this game is to improve my skills, because I know I'm a very basic builder. I kind of just stick with squares, and you already kind of know my mathematical approach to it. But I'm kind of interested to kind of break those barriers and kind of explore with some of the more niche options in this game. Let me repair my axe real quick. I'm gonna set up my. Oh, I need my wood. See how much we got on the floor. Is all this collective wood. Oh, what do we got? We're back to 35 just that easily, and we got plenty of stumps down, or trees down. Let me create a little fireplace here. Something like, I guess it's not gonna make me line it up with something like this. And even the smoke elements of this game are really interesting. How you have to manage like the smoke from your fire. It's actually a thing you have to kind of plan for. Also, ladders are just like the saving grace. Trying to build vertically, as you'd imagine, I guess. So I'm gonna build this little 45-degree roof. We got a little basic chimney essentially. Let me pop this on. See kind of it taking form. Again, my building skills are kind of still rudimentary, but even that, like, I kind of like. I'm a big fan. Let me just also all this. I should really be worrying about the functionality rather than the aesthetics right now, but like I haven't even fixed rested buff yet. But hey, I actually kind of mess with this a lot. I even like putting this piece here. It's totally auxiliary, but um, it's just like a nice like flourish. That right there. Let me even the ground a little bit. Get this going. Just because I actually like having a base in the meadows, so you can get farms going with relative safety. Where I want to build, I think, is maybe right here, and I'll have to check kind of what's over here in the east, or sorry, west. Jeez, but I think that's actually good for now. Let me. It's a possibility I might wanted to build that chimney one up, but I suppose you can argue. Let me get that corner piece in. That's a 26, never mind. Boom. Well, another corner piece. And it takes definitely some time to get used to the snapping of everything. It definitely takes a little bit. What's my at 6? Okay, let me get a little bit more wood and then I'll be good to finally get rested buff. You know, it only took us 16 minutes to get rested buff, but hey, it is what it is. And that I'm actually fine with us being somewhat wandering through this game. I'm just kind of re-upping on my food. And that's what we're really doing. We're just kind of, I'm wandering. I don't really have a set plan or a set thing to talk about or whatever, you know. This is just my little chill time to kind of just enjoy myself and kind of explore ideas. So that's where I'm coming from on everything. Alright, dude. You know, Grayling, we know what's going on. You know, we know how this is gonna end, buddy. Let's wrap it up now. So let's get... What am I looking for? I'm looking for these gates. Another thing that's totally a waste of wood. A regular door is I think like 4, and then these big ass gates are 12. But God, they're just way more aesthetically pleasing. And let me finish up with the top as well. Let's go grab that ladder. What do we had over here? One of the things kind of, oh, I guess I got rid of it, but one of the things that's tough about building with 45 is that you kind of just slide like this until you find this little corner piece that you can kind of hook onto. So I don't have enough wood for this right now, but I'm just gonna do what I can because I just checked at 15. Let me snap this on. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do here, but let's see. I think it's probably just gonna be a pretty basic 45 up like this, and another one meeting it like that. Yeah, nothing too major. This, I want to. Yeah, probably won't let me do this. Oh, that was almost amazing. Okay, I gotta I gotta be a little careful. I gotta kind of keep reminding myself that I am hardcore. So it's not a big issue to me now, but it will be. You know, we have a very little investment into this character so far. I guess this will look weird, but I'm actually okay with that. So there's gonna be a corner piece like, yeah. Let me do this. I'm gonna actually extend this up one more, especially when I'm right here. I'm definitely gonna run out of wood, but that's okay. I just come back up. Yep, there we go. Boom. Grab our little wood back and more trees. And that's why I'm okay with just taking an episode to focus on the game. You know, I don't always have to be trying to discover things, and it's kind of just what the experience take over. Just be aware of, you know, the thing you're doing, and just kind of see what happens. So, you know, that's just a great thing about this. And I think oh yeah, I can finally get rested buff like this. Yes. Oh, I kind of like that tree, even though it's clipping, but it's kind of, it has a nice allure to it. And yeah, for this pretty basic base, I think we kind of did well with it. And I need to find a way to mesh this a little bit more, this side. And I'm definitely not gonna... Oh, I already have 32 wood, so I'm good too. And I finally got rested buff. So it's gonna be a little hard to mesh this side a little bit, because it's so tough. I really should be more liberal with ladders too, just throwing them everywhere instead of just trying to like find these edges where I could just barely stand on and not just slide like this. Okay, yep. Oh, this might be a good way to get up actually. I didn't notice this potential. There we go. So let me finish up with this wall right here. I'm gonna just bring this up one more. And what am I doing with this? I think this is relatively maybe, yeah, this is where it gets tough, because this, if I build, well, that's not really in line, but let me get it in line. This will have a gap, I'm pretty sure. So if I go, oh, it's actually not the worst of a gap. Maybe there's something better I could do with it. And I should just build ladders. The thing is, and I guess I noticed this just right now, my lack of investment and like just trying to just bullshit it by not using ladders and like actually supporting myself. Ooh, okay, I was actually a little scared that that would kill me, but just a little flaw of the chimney going that high, but that's okay. Let me get this guy here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I like that actually a lot. Yeah, I'm actually kind of messing with this build a little bit more. Let me fill in this hole right here. I knew that was a problem. Let me grab this. I don't think it's yeah. See, the equipping system is a little finicky, but it's pretty fair, I would say, in that you could be pretty like you kind of get a feel for it after a while and kind of finding these pixel perfect avenues to keep building. So I think this would go here, and I think I have a space right here, which kind of sucks. I could fill that in with a wall, which I might do. It's a little nice 45-degree wall. Then then I can put a inverted 45 wall, which probably goes like here. Let me do that inside actually. Let me see how it looks inside too. I think wow, I actually am kind of digging this space. Put this here. Yep, and then I'm gonna have to put pillars just to make it look a little cohesive. A pillar here. And I'm out of wood, but yeah, this is pretty good. Just for me kind of having some ideas. Yeah, I actually like it. And that's what I want to do with a lot of my building now, is to kind of escape those really basic flat areas. Obviously, the base I built was pretty flat, but, and let me just dump something real quick. The base I built was pretty flat and honestly a pretty square, obviously rectangle, but it's not that complicated of a shape, and that's what I want to start exploring when we really start putting some love into the series, and that's the hope. Obviously, with hardcore, any investment I make is very, very possible to lose. But that makes it all the more interesting, to be honest. That now that this house is actually constructed, I have the ability just to lose it in an instant by dying. And I think the worst thing we lost was having those boars in our first world. That was a big loss, but you know, you can't win them all. And that's what you have to admit when you go into one of these challenges. Just you're gonna lose. Like there's no getting around it. And nobody's gonna play perfectly, but it's something we kind of just put the work into. So let me kind of get a little bit more organized, and we can almost pretty much wrap up for today. It's a little way to get situated. Let me get another bench here. So this is where I'm gonna be built, or just have a setup here. this I kind of, it's either I put the workbench here and the chests here, or I put the chests here, which I kind of like. I like the idea of putting the chests there. I'm gonna put, so just to get a little organized, I'm gonna put a chest right here and actually dump all my food in. And just so we're just so much, yeah, like that cleared so much space. So all this food right here that could be cooked. Got all this or the raspberries and everything. That's all good to go. I can actually set up my beehive, which I might want to do just to get honey going. It's actually really, really nice to get honey early and a queen bee early. Um, Honey is so vital to this game, which I need to kind of be mindful of. So let me wrap up. We can go a little longer. If, I screw set timings and whatever. I'm going breaking the mold here. Um, but that's okay. I think that's totally fine, especially when we have a lot of tangible progress to make just right now for figuring out situating things. I might have to raise the ground here a little bit because I guess this isn't bringing up all the way. Or actually, maybe I'm just right here will help me level out. So the level only works on the position you're standing on. So if I'm higher up, it's gonna sort of raise the ground, and it's nice because the level is just completely free. But like for a situation like that gap, I'm gonna have to raise ground, which costs 2 stone, something like that, and then kind of mine out the excess like this. Definitely, I haven't found a good feel for it, but that's a lot better, and it's a little bit more. Actually, whoops. But I actually might be able to. Oh, I meant to level honestly, and I just wasted all that stone. But hey, whatever. I think I could just farm it back right here. Yeah, it looks like it. It's actually a pretty good way to just generate stone, but not really too worried about that right now. So let me see if I can just level with this, with actually the raised ground effect, which I think actually works better, which I have to keep a note to myself. I kind of resort right to the pickaxe, but there's actually not a need for it. I want to just get a little hut going for. Actually, let me take this tree down. Gonna clear out some space a little bit, making this forest ours. And I want to put up defenses a little sooner rather than later. I don't think I'm going to commit to a wall here because I don't think this is going to be my main base, but it's just nice to have this right here. And I think this will be a good farming base for when because I have these carrot seeds already. We can't use them yet, but it'll be nice to have. So let's see. I think. Oh, this is cool. That happens from time to time with the raised ground. And I'm gonna have to probably. Yep, I'm gonna have to do this. Actually, mine this out a little bit and level it. I think that's good. Yeah, falls here. Boom, boom. I think we're good actually. Let me just get a. We'll kind of stop here. I think this is a good stopping place. Got a little bit more situated. It's still a lot of work to be done, but yeah, this is looking pretty good. And we finally have a little nice hut to live in. This actually just might be a good spot aesthetically, just for a little nice bed. And yeah, we can get a little bit more rested off it too. Yeah, this is a good place to stop. So yeah, I glad we made a little bit more tangible progress in this all. So I think that will wrap us up for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best.